I kind of want to show new stuff every time and not to show us drudging through the monotony. So, inside of, where am I? Oh, yeah, I want to be able to get inventory items, and I also want to be able to look around the room. So these are two great actions because we have inside of our command line project, the place where we're playing the game, we've got the render, and we've got the command parser. So, and we've got fight, negotiate, repair, heal, look. Right? So, if we do else if, what if command dot trim, do I too lower that up here? I don't. Let's do it for giggles. To lower. If it just equals look, what do I want to do? This is warning me that response might not be set. I kind of want to draw the room here. That's all that happens. Like, why can't I do that? I think I can. This is gonna get weird. Right? You see where this is going? Oh, I don't have the sender. I got the target. Oh, I do the player. I'm sorry, I got the player. The player is the sender. Player.name. Target equals I don't think I actually need that for right now, so make that null. Would have been null anyway. So let's go ahead and remove it entirely. I don't think I actually need that anywhere, but I do need I think I need the request. Yeah, because I'm doing the request.sender. But I know who that is because it's the player. So let's go ahead and harden that up. That would have made things that we want to do here a little bit trickier. Because we don't actually care about, oh, sorry, we just want to have the response. Alright, so we want that. And we aren't going to put this in our hive mind, right? So now we already have a place where having the command parser and the hive mind execute in two different places is paying off because there's going to be things inside of your render, inside of your actual display or UI, that the hive mind doesn't need to know anything about. So not everything is going to go back to the hive mind. I'm going to say else if command dot starts with get. Okay, and so this is where we actually want to be able to get an item and put it into our inventory. We will stop here and throw an implement exception. This will be our refactor Saturday. We can look around the room, get things, kill people, attack people, heal people. We're starting to do a lot of stuff. So what happens if I play this? Okay, so I got targets, Carl, also here, getting a funky blank line there, but refactor Saturday. And then on the ground, test hammer, test gloves, test charm. So what I want to be able to do is I want to pick something up, and when I do get space test hammer, it picks it up, adds it to my inventory. And then presumably I want to be able to wear that thing. And then if that item has like an attack boost, the next time I attack while I'm wearing it, I should be able to see an increase in my fight. I also want to be able to type in inventory and see everything I'm holding, and maybe even an output of what I'm wearing. So with just a little bit that we've done today, we're opening up the door to be able to do a lot of stuff in our game. Look at our inventory, wear items, get items, fight people, heal people, etc., etc. So what happens when I look? So I redraw the room. It's actually pretty cool. And then it says, Gary looks around. So, alright, let's do this. Here, I'm going to do a console.clear. Right? I want to do that, but I also want to make sure that everything that's happening happens through my render. So into my render, let's say I display the command draw status bar. I just want to do a public static void clear screen. I'm going to do a console.clear. So I grab that guy, grab my command parser, and so this way everything kind of, it should feel good. So when I do look, I'm going to clear the screen and then draw the room. Right? Huh? Right? Okay, that was cool. So, what has the effect we're looking for? I can fight Beth. I can look Beth. And then she has 6 health, and I can look around the room and redraw, because Beth's still there. And I fight Beth. I damage. And then I fight Beth again. And Beth is out of play. Look around the room. Now Beth's still here. We're about 10 minutes over, but I think we're having a good time. So one more thing. We added this kind of late. So inside of our render, when I output when I find these things, I'm saying where the object type is equal to player and x dot object state is equal to game object states in play. So I only want, when I'm rendering the room, I only want to see the things that are in play. For both the players and the monsters. When we get to inventory, we're going to have a similar issue where when I do the get command, I'm going to want to make sure I take it out of my list of room content and then just place it into my player's inventory so it doesn't show up as being still on the ground. So let's see what happens when I do that. Hit play and look around the room. Gary looks around. Ooh, I lost my line though. What actually is on the ground. So little things, little bugs, little complications. Let's fight Beth. Let's look Beth. 6. Let's look around the room. Let's fight Beth. Let's heal Beth. That's out of play. Let's look Beth. Beth is out of play. Let's look around. And no more Beth. So we definitely want to introduce the pub sub pattern next week, and we'll spend Saturday implementing more of these things and getting more of our game set up. But it'd be nice to be able to say fight, 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 and then when she passes, unfortunately, and before her time, it'll say Beth falls to the ground lifeless. And then you look around again, now you're expecting not to see her. You're not expecting her to pop back up or anything. You know she's gone. Okay. We did a lot, actually. But we do have some render issues here, like Carl disappeared. We got some things to fix. So, Saturday at 8:45 in the morning, we're doing a refactor Saturday where we kind of keep diving in and get to a place where we're ready next week to do the pub sub pattern, which will kind of be one of our more, I don't want to say complicated, but it'll be a different way of thinking than we've done for the last 6 patterns. So, hope you had a good time. As usual, I'm going to check in or commit. It's so hard for me because I got something before, but at work I use TFS, and it's an SVN protocol. So is protocol the right word? Anyway, so but it's check-in, and then I'm using GitHub at home, so it's commit. But as usual, I'm going to go ahead and commit. Let's call this review and deep dive, day 2 of 3. Am I missing anything? Let's look at my untracked files. I think that's good. Okay. So I'm going to commit this guy. And as usual, hang on. Simon Larson says, I really enjoyed this stream. I'm glad, Simon. If you look down in the channel, you can see my YouTube link, and you can kind of track back to the last 6 weeks if any of this kind of seems a bit too dense. We've definitely done a lot of work in 6 weeks, but the format is, if you go back to week 1 and you look at the game stuff, you'll only see the things we covered in week 1. So it's very simple, and you can see where it's grown. All right, did I commit this? Let's put Team Explorer. Yes, it's already synced. So GitHub link is below as well. I am using Visual Studio Community Edition. So this is a free IDE from Microsoft. Run out and grab it if you want. Go to my GitHub, which is down there. Look at my pretty face. And then go to MudZ. And, oops. Alright. So, you can see here that it was up there just a minute ago. You can grab the code and you can play it, and you can do exactly what we just did as far as being able to try out the commands. You can set up debug points. You can play around with those. And on Saturday, when we're kind of doing a casual thing, if you have any questions, you can ask away, or find me here, send me questions, find my post on Lost People Code, reach out. But yeah, so that's kind of the point of this week, is to kind of take it easy, dive in, and see how far we get. All right, I'm going to slowly shut down, and as usual, I will wave one final goodbye before I close out the stream. And thanks for hanging out. That's it for me. Ashkatite, pleasure as always. Jeg, am I saying that right? Jeg. But yeah, enjoy yourself in Norway. Super jealous. And Simon, hope to see you again in the future. All right, everyone, take care.